Are you someone who is planning on buying their first home? Or are you someone who hasn't owned a home in the last 4 years? Well, if this is you, you came to the right place, because today I will be talking to you about the brand new account the government came out with called the First Home Savings Account, or for short, FHSA. So today I'll be covering exactly everything that you need to know about this account, and also be talking to you about 2 different strategies that you can do when investing your money into this account. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Ryan Banks, and my channel is about financial tips and tricks that you can bank on. And if you subscribe to my account, this will allow you to learn more about your finances and also be able to make good financial decisions for you and your family. The First Home Savings Account is a brand new account the government came out with so that Canadians and taxpayers are able to put that money aside for a down payment for their house into a tax sheltered account. So what you need to know is you can contribute to a maximum of $8,000 per year and a lifetime contribution of $40,000 per year. So even if you don't contribute $8,000 per year, it doesn't matter, because as long as you don't pass that $40,000, you can contribute up to that amount. So the other nice thing about this account is, just like an RRSP, you get those tax incentives where the contributions you make, you will get a tax deduction to lower the amount of taxes or lower the taxable income that you have for your taxes for that year. The other nice thing is whenever you're ready to buy that house, you're able to take out that money out of the FHSA tax-free, just like a tax-free savings account. So the other nice thing is if you don't use that entire amount of money to put towards your house, you can transfer that excess money into your RRSPs or a RIF if you're eligible for one. Before I talk to you about the 2 investment strategies I have for the FHSA, I want to hear from you in the comments at what age that you bought your first home. And if you haven't bought your first home, at what age do you think that you're going to buy your first home? I bought my first home when I was 27. For the first strategy I'm going to be talking to you about today is if you haven't bought your first home and you think you're going to be buying your first home in the next 5 years. So I believe that you should be investing your money into low to medium risk portfolios. And the reason why I say that is because, especially during these uncertain times where you don't know if the stock market is going to go up or down, it's definitely a lot better to have that kind of secure cash or to have a lower risk portfolio, so you reduce the chances of losing money by the time that you need that money for that down payment. So an example of a low risk investment is like a GIC, where you get a certain amount of interest as soon as the term ends for that GIC. A medium risk portfolio is going into like a mutual fund where you invest into a big pool of different stocks, so you're more diversified. But nothing says that you can't go a high risk into buying individual stocks. It's definitely up to you, and I definitely suggest for you to talk to your financial advisor or your accountant. Now, the second strategy I want to talk to you about today is for people who are between the ages of 50 to 60 and haven't owned a home in the past 4 years. So the government of Canada just came out with the FHSA, which is a brand new tax sheltered account. So if you can contribute that money into the FHSA, even if you're planning on buying a home or not, it's still a tax sheltered account where you're going to be able to reduce that taxable income and pay less taxes. And during that point in your life, you're probably making the most amount of money that you've ever made any year. So it's really good to help reduce that taxes owing. And the other nice thing is even if you don't buy a house, you're going to be able to transfer that into your RSPs or your RIF by the time that you retire. So it's kind of a long-term plan, because in the history of the stock market, looking at a long term, the stock market is always going up. But like I said, for the long term. So if you're 60 plus years old, I wouldn't suggest this, because by that point in time, you're getting ready to retire and you're going to start taking out money out of those RSPs. So if you contribute a bunch of money into the FHSA, you don't know if your money is going to be going up or down. So you definitely want to be conscious about that, and definitely talk to your accountant about this, because it depends scenario to scenario if it is advantageous for you or not. I hope you found this video very informative, because the FHSA is a great account that the government came out with, because it helps people like at my age or people who haven't bought their first home to save that money on the side to be able to help and save for that first down payment for their first home. And a lot of people at this age have maybe a hard time saving money, so I'm hoping that this account will help people save that money so they can buy their first home. But remember this, $8,000 of contributions per year to a maximum of $40,000 of lifetime contributions. You can help with those contributions, get the same benefits as an RSP, and take out money for your first home tax-free, just like a tax-free savings account. So if you have any questions about this video, feel free to write it down in the comments, or you can email me at ryanbankscpa@gmail.com. So I just want to thank you for watching the video, and I hope you have a great day.